Hey folks, it's Guy here, how you doing? Welcome back to Estancia Lapacho here in Paraguay, and if you listen carefully, the nighttime ambience here in Paraguay is actually really accurate. It's insects singing in the darkness, well, the dusk, and frogs as well. You can hear the frogs. Can you hear that? That's absolutely brilliant. I love it. I absolutely love it. There's another thing that I really like about this map. I've always, well, since we started this series, I keep on about how much I love this map. I really do think this map is absolutely brilliant, and I've always been really impressed with it. Now, we've got 58,000 litres of silage left in here, and if you take a look at the silage price... Nope, we want to go back there. We take a look at the silage prices. At the moment, we've got 450 still at the biogas plant, so we're going to take advantage of that, and we're going to dump a little bit more silage in there, and then we will empty out the last of it. So that will be all of the silage from here at the biogas plant dumped into the facility here. Now, we did spend a bit of money on some machinery, some structures over at the pigs, so that took our money down a bit. And this will bring it back up, and then we'll sell the last of it, and then we've got a huge pile of money here that we'll be able to use for the sheep, mostly. We will use it for some other stuff. So, two things. First of all, my weekly question. Do you want me, at the end of this series, which is just going to be another couple of weeks, but just do one final task, which would be to plant some cereal crop here on the top of the plateau, and then harvest it. Now, we will use small combines for harvesting it. One will be our Bison combine that we own, but another one will be the New Holland from the Classics pack that we've got now. It is this one here, the Modern Classic. So we'll use the TX34 and we use the Bison Super Z056. So we use those two combines to harvest it. But do you want me to do that? Would you like me to just plant a quick crop up there, harvest it as rapidly as I possibly, grow it through as rapidly as possible? We won't worry about the rest of the farm while we're doing that bit. That is just to see what it's like to do that harvesting up there on the plateau. And we won't do anything else. When we get to that point, the only job we will do is that bit up there. We won't worry about any of the rest of anything that's going on. Just so that we can sort of get through it really quickly and do that actual task, because I think it could be entertaining. So do you want me to do that or not? Do you want me to grow one final lot of wheat up there on that plateau before we leave? Yes or no? It's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why, and of course don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. And another thing, I have currently a competition running for a key. There are two keys available, one per customer, for the Modern Classics pack. Now, this Modern Classics pack is one that was just released by Giants, working with some of the modders, and they have it's Maxis. I'm not really sure how you pronounce it. Matt JXS, I think, something like that. Anyway, he's created this mod pack, which was as part of like the competition for the whole modding thing with Giants. They've agreed to release it as a commercial DLC. It's £5. There is a competition that I'm running on my page because somebody donated 2 keys to the channel to give away. He wanted to do something for the gaming community and decided to purchase these 2 keys and then donate them to this channel so that we could run a giveaway. And last time, and in yesterday's video, and in the video where I announced it, I called him Hans Schiger, which is not actually his name. I am really, really so very sorry. I got his name wrong. I carefully clarified with him how I should pronounce his name and everything, and then I went and completely got it wrong. It's not Hans Schiger. His name is Hans Starger. Okay? His name is Hans Starger, a gentleman from Germany who very, very generously bought these 2 keys to give away. So if you'd like a chance to win a Classics pack, then please go to my competition video. It was released a couple days ago. You've got until next week to enter. The details of how to enter are there on the video. And I will say, make sure you pay attention to what you need to do to enter, because I've already noticed several incorrect entries. You will not win if you don't get it right. I'm not going to give you any more hints or anything. You can watch the video. I do state quite clearly several times exactly what you need to do in order to be able to enter this competition. So please, by all means, go and have a look and, you know, have a go with it. You might be able to win yourself, and if you can, I'm sure you'd be very, very pleased. I mean, I know I'd be absolutely delighted if I could win that. I don't actually need to win it because I've now got my own copy, but still, it's there available for anybody if you would like a chance to win. Now, I'm just going to bring this one back up here and just get this last little bit. We've got a tiny bit of chaff in here. I'm not really sure what to do with that. Bunker silo is empty. I'm thinking we're just going to leave it in this machine right here. We're just going to leave it like that and not do anything with it at all. So I'll come down here. I will get the very last of the silage. We've got another 58,063 litres, and that is all of it. There's a tiny little bit of chaff right there, and that is it. That's all of the silage. We're not going to give any more silage to the cows. We've got some bales and stuff down there, which they'll be able to use. I mean, they've got some down there. If we have a look at the cows, well, I say they've got some. We took a full load of silage. There's 62,000 litres. We put this in, and it'll go up to about there. We got 200 cows here. It's amazing just how much food 200 cows actually need. So it's kind of a good job that we're moving on, because 200 cows does require a huge amount of work to actually keep them properly fed. And we haven't really looked at the cows properly in this series. They've been there, they've been in the background, and we've done a little bit to them, but I don't think we've really done very much to them. So we will sort of start off the next series with doing a little bit more towards the animals, just because I think it would be kind of the right thing to do, because we haven't really looked at them at all. And then we'll also obviously be doing arable, and we're going to have a good mixture. That's what everybody wanted, was a good mixture, so that is the aim. We're going for a good mixture all the way through. Now, I can actually speed time up now, go all the way up to full 120. That one, if I can, I'll bring that one. Actually, I'm going to just sort of try and turn this one around a little bit, and then we can go straight. So we've got another $10,000 there. We've now got $453,000. Most of that money is reserved now for sheep. We're going to buy some sheep, and we are going to be using them right here on this map. Quite what we're going to do with all these sheep, I'm not really sure. We're going to go and find a load of grass, I think, and we'll just sort of fill them up with grass. How many sheep we can get with almost $500,000, I think we can get quite a few. We are going to be using some machinery to do like potatoes and stuff like that, so we will take a bit out for that. But yeah, other than that, I'm not really sure. You know, there's a lot of stuff that we need to do, and we don't really have all that much time to do it in. Well, we now have over $500,000 because we just got another $110,000 from selling milk. We're making a fortune on this. This is what I like about cows, is that once they get going, they really do start throwing a vast sum of money at you. And it is a very impressive vast sum of money. It really is. Well, it's morning, and we've just been having a bit of breakfast out here, a bit of fruit. But yeah, it's been rather cloudy and overcast for a while, so we're just letting the weather clear up a bit. It's starting to come clearer now, starting to look a bit brighter. And if you just wait a little bit longer, the haze burns off quite nicely. There we go. That's looking much better. It's looking much clearer. We can see absolutely crystal clear all the way through. So there we go. And we'll come back through, and we will head back downstairs. Oh, no, that's the bathroom. We've already used the facilities, so let's go this way. Shut the door behind us. Down a spiral staircase. This house is absolutely huge. It'd be awesome to have a place like this. We're going to go out this way via the pool. Just so that we can admire the fact that we own a pool. I mean, look at this thing. I got a swimming pool in my garden, right? And I'm quite pleased with the fact that I have a swimming pool in my garden. It's about that big. It's made of several pallets on their edge in a circle all the way round. I've got a strap around the outside holding them all in place, and then some plastic that lines the inside, which is damp-proof membrane from builders merchants, and then you fill it up with water. So yes, swimming pool may be a bit of an extravagant term for what I've got, but is there nonetheless. I have a pool in my garden. And yes, it's little more than a pond, but it's deep enough to for the kids to sort of splash around in, and it seems to work. And it's also very, very cheap. The only thing we do is put a little bit of chlorine in it every now and then. It doesn't. I don't even have a filter pump on it because I can't afford a pump. But yeah, it does work, and it works very nicely. Now then, we've got a few. See, the cows is getting lower here on the cows, but we don't actually have all that much to worry about anymore. Where do we want to go? We want to go to growth, right? So. We've got these two up here. They're still not ready up here. So we want those to sort of come along a little bit further. And the potatoes are nowhere near ready at the moment. So really, we kind of just want time to jump forward a little bit more so that we can get those ready. And then we'll be in a position where we want to start combining. But what we're going to do first is we're going to go up here to this field. We're going to take this bad boy right here. And we're going to start this one doing some fertilizing. Now what I'm actually thinking is, because of the shape of the field, I think it might be better if I do it like this. If I put him going this way, like this, and I go to there, and then I press H right there, like that, he's going to go along, and he's going to go to the end of the field, and he's actually going to drive right off the very edge of the field on this bit, because of where we mistakenly went out and planted in the wrong way. Which is not really what I wanted. I do love the fact that it still spreads fertilizer right up on top, even though it comes right down to the bottom here. How's it going to cope with getting back up on top? This tractor is actually perfect for this job, for going up and down this the side of the plateau here. Because I think it's the only one that would actually physically be able to do this in real life. Because of the tracks, I think it would actually be able to cope with it. I do believe the other tractors might struggle a bit with the wheels. I mean, I could be wrong on this. I could be wrong. I don't generally... I've dealt with steep slopes before, but nothing on that kind of scale. So, yeah, I could be wrong. But I would guess that tracks might be better than wheels for something like that. Now, what's it going to be like out here? It's going to stop... No, it's... Every single bit of it, it's going to have to come right off the very edge of the plateau before it turns and then comes back up again. So, really, we're just kind of... Oh... Yeah, it doesn't like it, does it? It really doesn't like it. It does climb back up, though. It is actually doing it. This is brilliant. Okay, let's start that one again. Put it going there, and it's not over far enough. I need to move it over that way just a little bit. Half a tractor's width to be enough. There we go. And this way again. There we go. Right, now, what's he going to be like turning on this one? We'll see what he's like over here. Like I said before many times, I do love the undulations on this field. It's absolutely brilliant. And so I am hoping, I am trying to influence the vote today. I don't often do this, but I do occasionally try to influence the vote. And I am hoping that you all say yes, you would like me to do another cereal crop up here. I am still putting it to a vote, because I know some of you would like to move on to a new map now. So, yes, it's just whether you think we've got time to do one final quick sprint of a harvest up here after we've done the potato... What are you doing? Okay, I think he's a bit confused. Okay, he's more than a little bit confused right now, so let's just bring that one back over here. Oh, that is brilliant. I love it when things like this go wrong. It's absolutely brilliant. What are you doing? It's like he's been drinking on the job. That's what it's like. It's like he's been drinking on the job. Don't drink and drive. Ladies and gentlemen, don't drink and drive. It's never a good thing, especially when you're operating machinery like this. It can only end badly. It's never going to end well, drinking and driving with something like this, especially when precision work is required. This is not going to result in... Down he goes. Down he goes. He's going to come round. Is he going to be able to do this? The last time he kind of tried to spread a bit of fertilizer down the bottom and then he got part way back and stopped. Is he going to climb his way back up this time? He's going up. Still climbing. Yeah, we might be in luck. He might actually do it this time. There we go. Well, I think we might be in luck. I think we might actually do it. You really think that... I don't get it. Why do they do this? This is where you finish your job. This is where you think that you need to stop. I don't understand that. How is it? Where's the computer logic on that? That doesn't seem logical to me in any way, shape, or form. But then again, I'm not a computer, so maybe I'm just not. Maybe I'm just not being understanding enough for the poor computer. We'll see. I think we're going to have to nurse this one through all of this. While it's trying to turn around and get itself confused again, let's just run up to the other end of the farm very quickly, and we'll take this one here, and we'll do a quick spray job on that field there. So start unfolding it like this. I don't know if it's going to work or not. It's sort of worked previously. I reckon that we're just going to have to accept a small strip down the side, and maybe it'll work. I tell you what. Actually, oh no. I was just thinking I could start on that other side, but if I do start on that other side, what it's going to do is it's going to come down here, and then it's going to go and spray on that field over there. I don't want it to do that. So I'm going to deliberately leave like a little bit of overlap here, so it's not able to do it in 2 passes, and it will hopefully come all the way back down again. It probably won't. It'll probably just get itself confused anyway, but we'll see. Let's go back to... Ooh, he's made it all the way across. Oh, he done... he done that thing again with the whole twirly gig, call it. What is going on with this thing? Seriously, why is it doing that? Why is it getting its wiggle on all the way down through? Oh, that is brilliant. I absolutely love it. I don't know what is wrong with it up on the plateau up here, but it definitely doesn't like it, does it? Right, let's start that one up through there. There we go. Nice straight line. It should be able to cope with it. This is what we're hoping anyway. So we'll let it come down through. The sprayer is working fine. We've got Stara and Peridor up there going fine. And we've also got some... Oh, what's the situation with the grass? We've got grass in there. You need to go back to growth, and you actually need to go to grass like that, and then you can move. That's actually ready for harvest, so we can't put any more fertilizer on that bit anyway, so we're just going to have to ignore that bit. So then we come up through here, and is it going to be able to straighten itself up, or is it going to do the wiggly bit? I think it might be going to do it. It is! It's done it successfully! It's actually done what it's supposed to do! It is nothing short of a miracle. And that one there is now turning round and is going to head back in the other direction. So let's just go to here. Soil composition fertilizer. Yeah, we can't do anything there. What's it going to do on that last bit? Is it going to go all the way up, or is it going to stop right at the end, turn round and give up? That is the big question. We'll find out in a minute. So let this one come up. I needed to decide what combine to use. That was kind of the big thing that I needed to decide for this harvest here. I was going to hire in another combine. I'm not using a class 1, we've done that, but I believe Fendt is part of AGCO. So I reckon we've got the John Deere. I think we should use the Fendt. We use that Fendt right there. It's 12,500 litres. It's actually just a reskin of that one there, the Massey Ferguson 9380, and that's AGCO as well. I've got that right, isn't it? It's Massey Ferguson and Fendt are both part of AGCO, and Challenger. Okay, now that one definitely shouldn't have stopped then. That was, I don't know what it's doing now. Alpha D, right, so I'm pretty sure the other one up the other end hasn't finished its job either. It's why it always seems to go over too far, and I was turning it in the wrong direction. Let's go back over here, like that, so we're a good tractor's width away, and then come in here. Straightened up. Right. He can carry on. Straighten up and fly right, dude. Yeah, see, he stopped. He stopped in the wrong place. So we're going to have to do this ourselves for the most part. He might go up through and do some of it. Probably he won't. So we'll go to here. And I think last time what we did was we left a strip in the middle, and that actually worked. So maybe we can do the same again. If we leave just a thin strip up through the middle, will it work? It's going up through part of it. We might actually have to just nurse it up through here, because it's going to get to a point, I think, and then stop and say, I ain't doing any more. Or is it? Maybe he's not. He's going. Nope, he's gonna do it. Okay, that's good. That is good news. We've got that bit going, and this one here has made it all the way back, and he was going in a straight line. We're 99% certain he's not going to be able to go all the way back over here, so we'll do this manually. We'll come up through here like this, get back up on there, and then start like that. There we go. Just help it along a little bit, It seems to go the other way, all right, but it doesn't like sort of turning around and coming back. There's a couple of little spots that are missing. I'm not actually worried about those. We'll leave those little spots. I don't care about them. And he's going to come over. He's not even going over the edge on this one. That is fantastic. Right, now what's that? That one has gone all the way up to the other end. That's beautiful, that is. Is it going to stop now, or is it going to want to go back again? He's actually going to try and go back. I'm not going to let it, though. I'm just going to leave it up here. And we'll park this one here. We might move it down to the farm some other time, but we're not going to do it right now. We'll just let this one fold up, and then we can go back and we can finish doing the bit up on the plateau. And I think we'll get... Before we actually start doing the combining, before we get started on that, I think it's time to get the pigs actually going properly. So let's just go back down here to the Challenger. Okay, that one's stuck now. He's given up. So we'll have to help this one out yet again. It does struggle. It does struggle, but we've got most of it done here anyway, so it's not going to take much longer. We'll come up to here and have a little run through this. There we go. All the way round. Right, there's that bit. And that bit. And then we can swing round over here like this. Steady. Don't get too carried away. And we are done. Excellent. Right, so like I said, we don't need to worry about... I'm not going to worry about the little tiny bits over there. I want to get pigs done. I want to get pigs started there. I want to get some straw up there. I want to get some crops up there. And just ignore the way I drove off the edge there. Just pretend that didn't happen. I want to get some crops up to the pigs. I want to get some straw up to the pigs. I want to get water up to the pigs. So that we've got everything that the pigs could possibly want up there. And then we can actually activate the pigs. We can say the pigs are part of the farm. We want to get some sheep. But I think we'll start buying in sheep and dealing with those when we've got the harvest underway. But I think before we start the harvest, we might actually do some mowing here. If we let me have a look at this a minute. How much is that full grown? I think it is. I think that is actually full grown. It doesn't quite look like it's full grown, but I think, well, maybe it's not. You know, I've got no idea. Let me drive on it a minute. Oh no, we don't have the thingy. But I tell you what, let's see what it does with the fertilizer. Fertilizer goes on here, so we'll put fertilizer on here. I'm not actually sure if that's fully grown or not, just because I know it's a different color. But this area is the only bit of plowed land that we've got grass planted on, and it's the only grass that we've planted on this map. So I don't really have anything to compare it to. I think that we're supposed to wait for the next, because it's got the yellow thing for harvesting, and grass for the most part is just like harvestable anyway. It's just like in its default state. And if we look on here, there, growth, this grass up here is actually further along than this. So I think that we've got one more growth stage to go before the grass is ready to cut as well, which means waiting still longer before we can get some food for the cows. We got some. Let's worry about the pigs, and then we can see about doing some mowing. Maybe a little bit later on. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll do that. But we can get some fertilizer spread on here in a minute. So we come on round and just finish doing this. It's not going to take very long to do this bit. Get some fertilizer spread out across, so we get a decent yield when we come to mow this. We did a little tiny bit of mowing, didn't we? We did a little tiny bit of mowing over there around before we built those sheds and that big concrete pad and everything. But we didn't get many bales out of it. We had like, I think maybe it was 20 bales, if that. I don't think it was even 20 bales. I think it was less than that. We hardly had any bales at all. I was talking about doing a bit of straw up there with some of the crop that we've got, but I don't think we will. I think that sort of messing around doing straw now is going to take too long. However, we will leave the straw lying on the ground. Because we're coming to the end of the series, I am aware that quite a lot of you would like a copy of the save game. Now, those of you who were wondering, the Sandy Bay save game is now available on Mod Hoster. I got it uploaded at long last. I had some issues, but I've now got it uploaded, and there's a direct link to it in the description, at the top of the description, in the final episode for Sandy Bay. So that's on the time-lapse series. If you want that one, it's there available, ready for you. I will get this one uploaded onto Mod Hoster as well. It seems to work a lot better with Mod Hoster. I can do it quicker and easier when I can actually get everything to work properly. But yeah, what I'm thinking is we're going to do the harvest here, and then I'm not going to do anything else on this map other than, like, we're doing a bit with the sheep, and we're doing the plateau up there. So what I will do is the fields, there's actually only one, isn't it? It's just the barley field. I will leave the straw lying on the ground in that field, so that those of you who do want to come along and take over the save game file, you're able to. You will be able to come along, you'll be able to grab that, and you will have straw lying on the ground. And that'll be one of the first jobs that you actually need to do, is deal with the straw lying on the ground, ready for your 200 cows. When you get this save game, those cows are going to be almost out of food. Okay, that's because we're not going to be doing a great deal to them. You've got some food in there, but not a great deal, so you're going to have some issues you're going to have to sort out when you take over this save game file. We're kind of leaving you on the brink. You may have to buy in some food for them just to see them through the roughest of the times. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. So, yeah, there is going to be all that you're going to have to deal with. So let's just stop that one. Now, I thought that I had a Joskin trailer somewhere. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I've just got that toll trailer there, and I didn't get the Joskin one. No, honestly, I can't remember now. Did I have it? I definitely used it to start with when I was setting the map up, but I don't remember if I kept it. So let's just have a quick look through. Maybe I didn't keep it. Maybe it was one I decided we'd be better off if I got rid of and not use it. So it's definitely not in there. And leased machinery, it's not under leased machinery either. So nope, we don't have it. It's not here, which means that we want that one there. Which, where's the truck? I want the truck next. Ah, there it is. I'll go park this trailer up a second, because what I was going to do with carrying food for the pigs was I was going to get a string of small trailers. Now, the very small trailer down there, I'm not actually sure that I want to do it with that. What I really love doing is having a string of those trailers there with the turntables on them. It's difficult to move those round, though. It is difficult to manage a string like that. Now, pigs, we don't have any other crops, any root crops available at the moment. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go here. We have no root crops, so we can't do that. But they need one of those. They need one of those three, and they need corn. Now, corn is over in the other storage facility now. We had to sell this because it all went mouldy. So we've got one trailer full there, and then we'll take some wheat out of there because that's the one we got the most of. And then we get some corn as well. So we want 3 trailers. So we'll have to get 2 more of those trailers, and then I want to string them together in a line, and so that we can sort of run around with them. I was actually thinking that we would tow them with the truck rather than a tractor, because it would be quite a bit faster to just go along the road and stuff like that. I don't know if there is a limit in South America to the number of trailers that you can tow. Some countries have a limit to the number of trailers. Some countries, the only limit is the length of the total vehicle. The number of joints is it's not an issue. Here in the UK, there is, you are only allowed, I think it's 2 trailers. If you've got like a tractor going along, I think you're allowed 2 trailers. But beyond that, it's kind of, I don't actually know the law on it myself. I'm not really sure. I think technically it's kind of a bit of a grey area. You could definitely have 2 trailers, but I don't think you can like have weight on them or something like that. I'm not really sure exactly how it all works out. So yeah, I'm not going to like commit myself to saying that it's this or that or the other, because I've almost certainly I will get it wrong. So yeah, we'll leave that. I'm going to come over here a moment, and we will drop the fertilizer down there. So all I need to do is stop the loading, and then you press B on this one to move it over to the side, and then Y to unload like that. Perfect. And then I've got to change it over to bales. So then we've got pallets, we have big bales. I don't know what big bales is. I don't know if that's just big bales, bigger pallet. I don't know what big bales is. Bigger pallets, square bales. That's ordinary square. That's the big. That's what I would class as big bales. Is those over in that shed. So Oh, I know what big bales is. Big bales is the big Heston ones. So it's bigger ones. And then HD bales is actually high density bale. I mean, all bales these days are high density, but what a lot of mainland Europe still refer to as high density bales, they actually mean small conventional bales. And we've got pallets. So big bales is the Heston bales. And we want square bales. So yeah, let's just get a move on with this, shall we? Rather than talking continuously. Should we put that trailer behind this trailer? And put several trailers all in a line and have loads of trailers. I think that could actually be pretty cool. I'd quite like that. Let's come over to here. So how many bales do I want for the pigs? I've got 20 straw bales. So 20, I would say. Well, we'll put 6 bales out like that. Okay. I think we'll take 12 bales with us. I think 12 will be enough. So if I bring this one over here and then I can load those 6 up. Now, I'm not sure how this will cope with putting those bales out and me unloading them like that, because sometimes using auto load, like things like the sawmill mod, if you use auto load on them, it doesn't actually register that they've been removed. If you pick them up with pallet forks, it registers they've been removed. If you don't, if you use an auto load, you have to log out of the game and log back in again for the mod to recognize that it's been removed. This may be the same. Oh no. No. We want this one, right. Load. It is actually letting me do it. Okay. So it will let me put out the other 6. So it's recognizing that the bales are no longer there. But yeah, it's interesting that some of those things that do like put stuff out with pallets, they don't actually recognize that they're gone, and you do have to log out of the game and log back in if you use autoload. I mean, obviously, just don't use autoload. Just push. You can even just shove them off. So long as you move them off of where the pallet's loading. It's the same with wool. It often happens with wool as well. So long as you just move them off of the bit where the pallets are loading, you just shove them out of the way with something. You don't have to worry about it. It doesn't cause any issues. It's only when it's actually on there and like where the wool is loading. If you auto load straight off of the wool, sometimes that can cause issues, sometimes it doesn't. I've had both things. I have auto loaded. Generally, as a rule, I push them away or move them out of the way with pallet forks from the wool, where the wool spawn point, and then I'll pick them up with auto load after that. I don't sort of do it beforehand because of the issues. It can cause these just slight problems. Right, we put that one on there. That fits perfectly. Did I have a water bowser here somewhere? I'm sure I've got one somewhere, because I'd like to put that one on the back. This is going to be a really, really long road train. It's going to be epically cool and brilliant and wonderful and awesome, because we're going to have the water trailer is going to go right at the very back of this whole train. And I think what we'll do is I'm actually going to bring this trailer down here. And so I'll go here like this, and then I will unhitch that one a minute. Like that. And then come back over to here. Move this one down a bit, and we'll unhitch this one right here, and we'll leave it there. There. And then I'll get... Actually, I'm going to leave that trailer there for a minute. I'm going to run down to the dealership, and we will get the other 2 trailers. Where is my water... Do I not have a water trailer? I thought I had one. I could have sworn I had a water trailer here somewhere. I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Garage. And where is our water trailer? Have we got one? That's not a water trailer. I have no water there. I must have a water trailer. I thought I had a water trailer. I really did. So what... How have I not got a water trailer? How have I managed to get this far into the game without actually needing a water trailer? Did I maybe have one and then sell it by mistake? Let's just take a look at what's the cow's situation with water. Oh, I know what happened. I put all that stuff in it. Wasn't it like 100,000 or 120,000, 150,000 or something of everything in these when we first started? And obviously water, that's way, way higher than what is actually needed. And that's what caused the issue. So that's what did it. So we need a water bowser as well. We're not going to have time to get up to the pigs today. We're going to have to do that at the beginning of next week. My weekly question this week is, do you want me to do one final harvest up there on that plateau before we leave? We will use small combines, we will plant wheat up there, and while we're doing that bit, we'll ignore the rest of the farm. We'll just plow through it as quickly as we can, just so as we can say that we've done something. I would probably, so that the cows don't all die before you get the save game, I will probably just go in and I will edit the file just to add in a little bit of food and stuff for all the animals that we've got, so that they're not dead when you get hold of the save game file, just so that we can concentrate on getting the stuff done on the plateau, and I don't have to go and deal with other bits on the farm, which would then drag things out even longer, because I know that so many of you would like to move on from this series. So many of you said it's not that you're not enjoying it, but it's time for fresh pastures, and I do understand that. I completely understand that. So that's what we're going to try and do. We haven't looked at like feeding the horse at all. Maybe we'll do that in the next map, under the hill, because we're going to under the hill, in Slovenia. And I said, first of all, it was in Eastern Europe. That was wrong. That upset a few people. It's not part of Eastern Europe. It's part of, and then I said, well, it's Southeast Europe. And technically, it's not even Southeast Europe. It's part of, like, it's like Central Europe and Southeast Europe, kind of right on the border between the two. So yeah, it is on the border between the two. I said it was part of the Balkans. Apparently, that is a common misconception. It's not actually part of the Balkans. It is separate from the Balkans. So I got that wrong as well. I really haven't done. I really haven't done very well with this. I haven't done very well with anything today. I got Hans Steger's name completely wrong. Hans Stager. Right. I will get this right. I will. I really will. I'm not this ridiculously stupid normally. Okay, probably I am, but anyway. So, Hans Stager, I got his name completely wrong, and I said Slovenia was part of Eastern Europe. It's definitely not part of Eastern Europe. And then I said it's Southeastern Europe and part of the Balkans. It's not part of the Balkans. The Balkans are right down in Southeast Europe, and that is not part of Slovenia, or Slovenia is not part of them. Slovenia is technically part of Central Europe, sort of Southeast Central Europe. So, I mean, it really is kind of a little bit, it's on the border for a couple of areas, but yeah, so it's easy to get confused. It is easy to get confused. I get confused a lot. Right, that one is not hitching on. Why is that one not hitching on? Do I need to go back a little bit further? It's going to tell me now that I can't actually put the water on the back. I thought we could. Yes, we can. I thought we could. We have done this previously. We did it in... Where did we do this? We did this in... Sosnovka. That's where we did it. Sosnovka. We did do something like this. I don't think we had this many trailers, though. But we definitely did something like this in Sosnovka. So what we'll do is we'll get these two hitched on. And then at the beginning of the next episode, we're going to head back to the farm. And we are going to join all the other trailers on. And then we will take this huge long road train up to the pigs. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later. I was going to just sort of do this very, very smoothly as I finished up, but that didn't work so well. This could take a while.